Welcome back to Grammar Fundamentals for the SAT. This is Chapter 1, Lesson 10. So far we've named, described, and acted. Now we meet the little connecting words that show how everything fits together, prepositions. Now a small but mighty kind of word, the preposition. A preposition shows how a noun or pronoun relates to another word in the sentence. Take this: the bus stopped by the school. The word by connects stopped to school, telling us where the bus stopped. That's a relationship of place. Prepositions are everywhere. Little words like in, on, by, before, with, through, and against. Each one pins down a relationship between two things. Those relationships fall into four main types. First, place, telling where something is. In, on, under, beside. Second, time, telling when something happens. Before, after, during, until. Third, direction, which way something moves. To, into, through, toward. And fourth, association, how things connect. With, of, for, about. So whenever you see a preposition, it's anchoring one of these four: place, time, direction, or association. Here's the key structure. A preposition never travels alone. It begins a prepositional phrase, and that phrase always ends with a noun or pronoun called the object of the preposition. Look, Elena left without her umbrella. Without is the preposition. It kicks off the phrase. And umbrella is the object, the noun that closes it. So the whole phrase is without her umbrella. Every prepositional phrase works this way: a preposition at the front, an object at the end. One more wrinkle: some prepositions are made of more than one word. These are compound prepositions, and they act as a single unit. Common ones include according to, in front of, instead of, and because of. For example, Judy parked her car in front of the house. The whole phrase in front of is one preposition, and house is its object. So when you meet these multi-word prepositions, treat the entire group as a single preposition. Watch out for this trap. A handful of words, like up, in, on, and over, can be either a preposition or an adverb. The test is whether it has an object. He ran up the hill. Here, up has an object, the hill, so it's a preposition, starting the phrase up the hill. But he looked up. Now up has no object. It just tells direction, so it's an adverb. Same word, two jobs. The rule: if a noun or pronoun follows as its object, it's a preposition. If it stands alone, it's an adverb. Here's a point the SAT loves to test. The object of a preposition must be in the object form. So we say with me, for him, to her, and between us, never with I or for he. The classic mistake shows up with the word between. People say, between you and I, but it should be between you and me, because both you and me are objects of between. So whenever a pronoun follows a preposition, reach for the object form: me, him, her, us, or them. Let's apply it. The boats were tied below the dam. Find the preposition, below. Then its object, the noun that ends the phrase, dam. So the prepositional phrase is below the dam. And it shows a relationship of place, telling us where the boats were tied. Preposition, object, phrase, all identified in one quick pass. Let's practice. Each sentence has a prepositional phrase. Pick the object, the noun or pronoun that ends the phrase. Pause and try before I answer. Judy parked her car in front of the house. The compound preposition is in front of, and the noun that ends the phrase is house, so the object is house. Without hesitation, Abdul volunteered first. The preposition is without, and its object, the noun closing the phrase, is hesitation. So the object is hesitation. Terence hugged Marlene amid the crowd. The preposition amid starts the phrase, and crowd is the noun that ends it. So the object is crowd. Now pick the preposition, the word that begins the prepositional phrase. Pause and try each. The cat slept beneath the porch all afternoon. Which word shows the relationship? Beneath. It relates slept to porch, so the preposition is beneath. Daisy disappeared into her room. Into shows direction, toward the room, so the preposition is into. We found the socks underneath the bed. Underneath tells us where, relating found to bed, so the preposition is underneath. Let's bring it together. A preposition shows how a noun or pronoun relates to another word, in place, time, direction, or association. It begins a prepositional phrase, which always ends with an object, a noun or pronoun. Some prepositions are compound, like in front of, acting as a single unit. And remember the trap. If the word has no object, it's working as an adverb, not a preposition. Great work. In Lesson 11, we'll meet the joining words, conjunctions.